Welcome to Confessions of an SEO. This is your host, Carolyn Holzman. If you're new to the series, welcome to the most non-SEO SEO podcast on the planet. This is what I affectionately call love letters to the SEO industry and the businesses whom they serve. If you're looking for shiny new SEO tactics or feel like you need to grab a pen and paper, don't worry about it, because if there's anything in here, it's completely by accident. Mostly, this is the people side of SEO. My intention with the series is to put a human face on our misunderstood and often maligned industry. So expect to hear honest and blunt observations. This is agnostic information concerning SEO from someone who's been there on both sides, a brick and mortar business owner for over 28 years trying to get more business, and a 12-year search professional who is a reformed client SEO now, seriously seeking SEO researcher and tester. I believe the farmer and the cowboys should be friends, and there's mutual revenue opportunity to be made when we can understand each other's work better. So if you're an SEO or a business owner or executive out there working with an SEO marketing group, this is for you. Good morning and greetings from Vermont. Yes, the internet works up here, and while we've had some warm weather, it's still cooler than Texas. I thought that with all the sequential Google updates, it might be fun to revisit some of these. You know, I like to look at the people side of these things and how, without having some understanding of an inkling behind these updates, it really falls on us as SEOs to educate our clients. In fact, it's a hope of mine when I started this series that if you find yourself having any trouble convincing your clients or bosses that something is really going on, you might want to share this content with them. Sometimes they may make the error of thinking you're trying to protect your contract or your position, when in reality, you're simply trying to be of value to them. So I want to just start off by, there was an article in Search Engine Roundtable. And the question was, does Google think about the businesses and the SEOs as they plan these updates, or is it simply a big company where the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing and they just lower the boom without thinking about any kind of consequences for businesses or SEOs? And Barry Schwartz had tweeted, Google can't win. If we see updates and they don't confirm it, we complain. If they confirm updates, we complain they're updating too much. And I guess my question is, do we really need Google to confirm an update? The update that occurred around June 25th, and I'm going to quote Ted Gubitis here. He called it a gnarly HTML update, and the result of which it breaks SEO tools. So if you're relying on a tool to tell you where you rank, you might have had a heart attack or a lot of calls from clients who've had them because they use these trackers to keep track of you to see if you're working or not. So best advice, manually verify before freaking out. And I feel there's a definite reason to complain, because it's not hard to imagine that a lot of this is deliberate. A company can fire an SEO. A company cannot fire Google. So here's where I'm at with all this. It feels like we've been in one big rolling update since March 2020. Right as the update started rolling, I remember launching a test to see if relevant backlinks were more of a boost than just a backlink. And 60 days into the test, it looked like a tractor trailer had rolled over the highway 3 times and everything spilled out. In my opinion, 2021 will likely be remembered as the summer of updates. And I think some of them are really a result of fixing things like the rendered indexing, which eventually will lead to rescoring and recalculations for rankings. So one of my questions is, how do we know what is a true update these days and not the result of them catching up on a backlog of things that they haven't been able to do because something wasn't working? In episode 23, I go into detail about what I think about the core web vitals that they are promising are going to be a major factor, and will started rolling out June 15th and should be fully, I guess, by August 15th, bam. And I do think that Core Web Vitals, when we look back on it, it's going to be like how we look back on the Yoast green light conversation. And yes, I once had a client who said I wasn't doing SEO right because none of my articles had all the green light. Yeah, I do wonder a lot. Another thing I wonder about is, what's the difference between a search engine and an answer engine? I mean, which one do we really want? Which one is Google capable of providing? This is why I think it's a foolhardy mission for business owners to go it alone or think that they can do their work and what it takes to do our job at the same time. Being able to keep on top of all these moving targets, it's time consuming and it requires a lot of data. And when you couple that with everyone trying to find the easy button, and hint, there isn't one, it's no wonder that most brands rely on paid ads. And maybe now we can see how the trick is really to keep shifting results so that searchers still find relevant results based on a sliding relevancy of variables. What works one part of the year for relevance gets turned off later in the year. And this keeps the people coming. They're not losing what they expect when they search. They're still finding relevant content organically. And so all of that traffic, Google can price the ads what they want to. And here's the kicker, and this is out of Google's own economic impact report. Organic search is 5 times more valuable than Google Ads. Paid search is a good short-term marketing solution, but organic search creates long-term compounding ROI. Organic search doesn't just drive qualified traffic and conversions, it also improves brand perception. Well, you can't end any better than what comes out of the mouth of Google itself. Anyway, well, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you for listening. Feel free to send your questions and comments to confessions@AmericanWayMedia.com. And if you want to go back and check out our earlier episodes, I might recommend take a look at the Core Web Vitals, which is episode 22. And if you're looking to hire an SEO company, look at episode 15. And if you just like to hear somebody go on a rant, listen to episode 2, which is why I hate working client SEO. All right, and I'm again going to ask you for your help to get the word out to other SEOs or business owners about this podcast. Please let your friends know about Confessions. We all stand to make more success for each other when both we, the SEOs, and the business owners understand each other better. This is your host, Carolyn Holzman. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the service.